Coming up on a new edition of Football Review, Low Record Show, we got playoff galore as the district playoffs begin this week. We'll have scores from around the area and also around the state. College hoops started tonight. We'll go over the top 25 scores and a college coach football. Another resignation. Without further ado, your host, Will Rickert. Welcome back-to-back nights of me. What do you know about that? That hasn't happened in a long time, but you get 2 straight nights of me. And welcome. This is Lowell Rickert. Welcome to the Lowell Rickert Show, aka Football Review. We got playoffs. I was out for one half at Susquehanna Township, and it was too windy. I came home. Too windy and cold for my liking, and but saw decent football. Conrad Reiser, Susquehanna Township. We'll have a score on that. When I left, it was 7-0. Township had the ball twice deep in their own end and couldn't score. One on a fumble and one they got help. They got stopped at the goal line on 4th down play. But we have some upsets. And we got lots of college hoops to go over. Top 20, almost all the top 25 were on tap tonight. There was one cancellation at halftime. We'll talk about that. Scores around the state, but I do want to first off give condolences to those over in Paris tonight that a terrorist attack and over 120 killed at a theater that were there to watch a concert or whatever, and watch some of the news. 11 o'clock, they showed a soccer game, and there was like bombs going off during the soccer game and stuff like that. And it's time. I think it is time for the politically correctness to stop. If this isn't an indication, there will never be one. And I think it's time to go after ISIS and end it once and for all. So that's just my opinion. But let's get the scores here. And we're gonna start. We'll start in Quad A first. There are two Tri-Valley League teams that were playing, and we'll get to them. 3 if you count Eastern Conference. But we'll start Quad A. Number 1, Central Dauphin, 59-39 over Carlisle. 8 seed Lower Dauphin. They were down 12-0. Come back and scored 22 unanswered. Beat Cedar Cliff 22-12. Manheim Township 34-19 over Governor Mifflin. And a tight one at Hempfield. Hempfield 23-21 over 12 seed Southwestern. Wilson cruises 56-6 over Harrisburg. Upset number 1 tonight. CD East, the 10 seed, 42-21 over 7 seed Dallastown. Exeter cruises 46-0 over Cedar Crest, and Cumberland Valley 48-21 over Red Lions. So next week, number 1 CD, they will host number 8 Lower Dauphin. Number 4 Manheim Township, they will host Hempfield, the 5 seed. Number 2 Wilson, they will host 10 seed Central Dauphin East. 3 seed Exeter, and they will host number 6 seed Cumberland Valley. In AAA, and I had Northern Lebanon advancing. I had Middletown advancing. Well, we'll fill you in what happened. McDevitt 20-0 over Milton Hershey. 8 seed Northern York 30-16 over York Suburban. Solenko 4 seed 43-0 over Shippensburg. 6 seed Lampeter Stroudsburg 41-20 over Palmyra. 2 seed Northeastern 48-12 did work on Rory Wall's Northern Lebanon Vikings. Their season comes to an end at 8-3. Township 42-3 over Conrad Weiser. Mannheim Central 51-3 over Spring Grove. And East Pennsboro. This was a toughie. I had Middletown advancing, but East Pennsboro took it to them 42-20 over Middletown. So next week, McDevitt, they will host Northern. Solinco will host Lampeter Stroudsburg. Northeastern will host Susquehanna Township. And Mannheim Central, they will host East Pennsboro. Double A, there's one game tomorrow. Wyomissing in Hamburg. 1 o'clock. Another upset tonight. Biglerville, the 5 seed, upsets 4 seed Hanover 30-7. Berks Catholic 61-14 over Annville. And Newport 45-8 over Bowling Springs. So it'll be the winner of Wyomissing Hamburg. They will host Biglerville, the 5 seed, and then Berks Catholic will host Newport, the 3 seed. Class A, no games. That'll be next week. Camp Hill will host Millersburg, Steel High York Catholic. It was Tri-Valley 36-12 over Williams Valley. So it'll be Tri-Valley and Marion next week for the District 11 Class A Championship. Eastern Conference. Bloomsburg 42-20 over Halifax, and they will travel to Schuylkill Haven and play Schuylkill Haven for the Eastern Conference Championship. Other scores around the state will go Quad A, State College. Ends Du Bois season, and Du Bois put up big numbers early, came back to reality, and they're done. State College 41-7 over Du Bois. Wyoming Valley West 51-34 over Nazareth. AAA, Selinsgrove 62-8 over Columbia Montour Tech. AA, Notre Dame Green Pond 35-15 over North Schuylkill. Southern Columbia over Troy 42-22. College football quickly. Missouri football. Gary Pinkel resigning after the season's over. He has lymphoma, so he wants to take care of that health situation. Baseball quickly. A big free agent pickup for, a trade. Red Sox are going to acquire closer Craig Kimbrell, former closer of the Braves, from San Diego, and U.S. Soccer tonight 6-1 over some island team in the first game of World Cup qualifying. We'll end the night. This is going to be a short night tonight. Sixers did lose again. They're 0-9. They lost to OKC by 17, I believe. Let's get started. There was a cancellation at halftime, and that was Pitt against number 9 Gonzaga in Hawaii. They're starting to play games on Battleship. Condensation on the court. They didn't want to risk players for injury, so they canceled the game. And I think Gonzaga was up 2 or something like that. Number 1, North Carolina cruises 91-67 over Temple. Kennedy Meeks, 25 points, 11 rebounds. Paced Carolina, so they didn't miss a beat without Marcus Page. Number 5, Duke, 92-74 over Siena. Number 10, Wichita State, 88-63 over Charleston Southern. Number 2, Kentucky, 78-65 over Albany. Mount St. Mary's traveled to College Park, Maryland. I believe they're number 5, Maryland, 80-56. Number 4, Kansas, 109-72 over Northern Colorado. Number 6, Virginia, 86-48 over Morgan State. Number 7, Iowa State, 68-62 over Colorado. Number 11, Villanova, 91-54 over Fairleigh Dickinson. Michigan State, number 13, 82-55 over Florida Atlantic. Number 15, Indiana, 88-49 over Eastern Illinois. Number 18, Vanderbilt, 80-41 over Austin Peay. Number 19, Notre Dame, 87-56 over St. Francis, PA. Number 20, UConn, 156 over Maine. I believe number 23, Purdue, 81-40 over North Carolina A&T. And number 25, Michigan, 70-44 over Northern Michigan. So there you have it. we probably won't do a video now. Maybe Sunday, and if I don't do one Sunday, it'll be sometime next week, and we'll preview the Millersburg Camp Hill game. Next week, so tons of games next week. See what happens at Camp Hill at Siebert Park. So we're gonna only do a segment tonight. Have a good rest of the weekend. I do want to take time too. I found out today, two buddies of mine. I played softball with on Sundays a few years ago on my one friend's my one friend's softball team. He passed. Just found out tonight. He passed away, and a guy I used to work with in the '90s lived in town here when I worked at Nordic Gear. I used to work at Hardee's when I was in Millersburg, and then went to Dauphin and worked at that Hardee's. Mike Lowe, he was found in his room dead yesterday or today. So prayers go out to his family. It's just been unreal since my uncle died. Death, people that I've known. It's just multiple. It's just unbelievable. And then just in the last month, it's been unbelievable. So prayers to those friends and family of those two guys. Mike Clace was the other guy. So just keep those people in mind. And there's some sicknesses going around. My niece and nephew, they got cold and pneumonia, and just take care of yourself. Be healthy. Temperature change is crazy. It's going to be back in the 60s next week. It's going to be mild November, December. So just stay healthy, and that's all you can do. So have a good night, good rest of the weekend. Probably the big college game of the weekend, Baylor and Oklahoma. So have a good weekend, and we'll see you either Sunday night or next week. This is the Low Record Show, Low Record Network. Have a good night, and we'll see you later.